Hey everyone, John Pyron here with Eric Home International, and I'm wanted to cut this video for you, the sales leader. Now, many times over the years that I've been a sales manager, one of the biggest challenges that I always run into is, my team hears me speak every week, right? What kind of content, what kind of message can I share with them that they haven't already heard? And so, give you a couple of ideas. Number one, bring in a guest speaker. Whether it's me, somebody else, doesn't really matter. I speak to sales teams all the time. If you'd love to have me come in, every time I speak to a sales team, they always walk away energized, good golden nuggets they can implement. I'd love to come out and speak to your sales team. Or find somebody else. Bring in speakers all the time. It's going to definitely energize your team. Number two, have a good topic that they're interested in. One of the topics that's hot on my mind today is the topic of follow-up. And so my very first video that we're going to do, in many videos going forward. In fact, every single week on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, on my LinkedIn, you'll find the video of the week. This particular video, let's focus on follow-up. It's hot in my mind because over the last 3 months, I've been doing a huge amount of work on filling my pipeline to the brim. I mean, to where it overflows. And so some of those people I call and they're brand new. Some of those people I've called 2 times. Some of those people I've called 5 times. Some of those people I've called 11 times. Here's the key. Here's one thing to teach your sales team. Most salespeople don't follow up beyond the 3rd or 5th follow-up. But what's very interesting, and I've been in sales for 23 years, what's very interesting is most of my sales, most of the clients that I have, and you probably identify with this yourself, happens between that 5th and 12th follow-up. And so I'll give you an example. This morning I called a guy, and it was my 10th call, my 10th follow-up to the person. I've been trying to reach this guy for the last, since, January 10th. Called him up, got into a conversation. We got into about a 45-minute conversation. Phenomenal guy. We talked about his team, how I can help him out. I'm booked to speak at his company on April 16th. And it was because I made that follow-up call and I focused on adding value that I was able to set the call. So number one, teach your people the mental mindset around follow-up. And it's this. Eric Home taught me this, and it works over and over and over again. Follow-up, follow-up, follow-up until they buy or die. And what that means is once you identify a prospect that fits your target market and they show an interest, or even if they don't show an interest, follow up, follow up, follow up until they buy or say, get the heck out of here. Don't follow up with me no more. And I'm fine either way. And so that would be the first tip, is talk to them about the mental mindset of follow-up. Next, help them put in a system in place for follow-up. I always teach people, hey, have 7 things that you can get a hold of somebody about. 7 to 12 things that you can get a hold of somebody about. Make them very unique. Identify that it's going to add value to them. And then when you call them, you focus on, hey, the call, the email, the video that I'm going to talk to this prospect about is going to benefit them whether they call me back or not. And what I have found in my many years of sales, if I just focus on adding value to the prospect, that it always comes back. And Zig Ziglar taught us when he was alive that, if you can have everything out of life you want, if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. The other thing that he used to always say is, he's never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. And it's always stuck with me because it's very simple. Simply this is, when I look at the end of my days, what's really going to matter is how many people's lives were touched in a positive way because they had an opportunity to interact with me. And so if you focus on teaching your people, showing them, hey, go out and have fun with this. Go out and add value. Our company is great. And if they have a struggle with it, your company is great. We got a whole nother thing to work on. But anyways, that's my tip for the week. If you'd like me to come out and speak to your team, send me a direct message on Facebook. Send me an email at jpyron@johnpyron.com. or call me 916-765-2596, or send me a carrier pigeon. I don't care. However you want to engage with me, I'd love to come out and talk to your team. Hope this has been valuable. Go out and make it happen.